My sheep hear my voice, and the stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Zion. And shalom, shalom, shalom to all of you, my Father's children. To the 12 tribes of Israel that have been scattered worldwide to the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Our Abba, which means Father, Yah, is so kind to us that in these last days, Zion, he is waving his hand a second time to recover and to gather those whom he hath scattered, which is us, Zion, that we may be restored to our rightful place, that we might fulfill our obligation and our purpose to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And once again, I get an opportunity to share with Zion in this series titled Raising Kings and Queens. And we are going through the book of Proverbs, and we are prayerfully putting the information out, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding out to the whole world, to Zion, that we might be able to know who we are and whose we are and how we are supposed to walk circumspectly, wise in these last days, and not as fools. And yes, I've said this in every video. I'll say it one more time. It may be too late for my generation and above. Why? Because we were raised with a upside down set of values, Zion. In many cases, that which we thought was good was bad. And that which we thought was evil was actually good. And the world has progressively gotten worse and worse. So it is our responsibility, Zion, in these last days, as he's waking us up to our true identity, is to help the young men and the young women understand that there is a path of righteousness, that the righteous walk. There is a path of righteousness that is a royal path that the kings and the queens walk. And we're talking about the kings and the queens of the nations of Israel. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. As we continue in the series, we find ourselves in chapter 1, and going back, we'll look at verse 20 again, but we're going to go ahead and finish this chapter out prayerfully if we have time. And we get a chance to see wisdom crying out. So we have already defined what wisdom is, that wisdom is the ability to choose between that which is righteous or good or tov, and that which is dysfunctional or not good, which is ra, which is our word, which is the word evil. And so in the wisdom of our grandfather, some of us, and for some of us, our uncle Solomon, he was in an attempt to help us understand wisdom and how wisdom should be attractive to us. He personifies wisdom as a beautiful woman, crying out in this proverb, crying out to a king who, or I should say a future king, who is on a path, and wisdom is watching this king as he begins his path or his journey or his walk of life. And she notices that this young man that is supposed to be walking in the wisdom and the knowledge and understanding that he received from his father, King David, which is one of our greatest kings ever. You know, Ha Mashiac is the greatest of all kings, but our grandfather, King David, which most people know as King David, taught us, or taught this young man. And then, of course, his mother also taught the Torah. And wisdom is out crying and saying, I know how you were raised. I know what you were supposed to be taught, or what you did get taught. And I see you about to make a wrong turn. So I want to pick it up right here where wisdom is crying out. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief places of concourse. This is verse 21. In the opening of the gates in the city, she utters her words, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. How long? And in our last video, we answered the question in a way we said, hopefully not much longer. So today in verse 23, I want you to listen as wisdom continues to cry out to the young royalty of Israel. And again, I do recognize that not everybody can hear this, but I do know that those who have an ear to hear, they'll be able to hear what the Ruach is saying to the assembly. And those of you who are choosing to walk the path of royalty, which is really your path, I know you will be able to hear what the Ruach is saying to you as we continue to read the word. And my prayer is that we would align ourselves with what is being taught from Uncle Solomon, who was the wisest man until Ha Mashiac Yahushua. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. This is what he says. Turn, that's where I got my subject. Turn. Very interesting word. So let's read this. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my Ruach, or spirit, unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, Then shall you call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. What? Why not? Because, verse 29, for they hated knowledge. Who? The fool. And did not choose the fear of Yah. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way. Wait, what? Oh, yes. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them. Let me read that again so that the whole world can hear it. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, which means kill them. And the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Another way of saying it's going to kill them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Turn, you simple ones. Turn, you scorners. Turn, you fools. Wisdom is hollering, turn. Now, the first time she hollered, she said, how long? How long you gonna keep going that direction that you're going? How long, simple ones, you gonna love simplicity? Scorners gonna delight in your scorning, and you fools hate knowledge. How long? And then she hollers out, turn. Believe it or not, if you could just catch that as a young prince, as a young princess, on your way to being the royalty of the house of Israel, the kings and queens, the kingdom of kings and queens. There's a lesson to be learned here. When wisdom says, turn, turn, you Hebrews. What are you doing? Don't argue. Look. When you're driving down the street and you come off the road and you end up on a dirt path, or you end up on a dirt road somewhere, you decide, I'm just gonna keep going to see what the end of this dirt path is gonna be. And you rolling and rolling and rolling, and you see a sign, they turn around, and all of a sudden, danger. Now, what's the second thing it said? Wrong way. And what's the last thing? Turn back. Do you see it? Now look, I told you I'm not going to be long. What should you do? What should you do if you're driving on a path, right? You driving on the road, then you end up on this dirt path, and you're going down this dirt road, and you're like, well, this don't seem right. And then you come to this sign. Danger. Wrong way. Turn back. You are then immediately presented with a choice, you Hebrew. You are now immediately presented with a decision that's got to be made. Are you going to heed the warning? Are you gonna believe it? That is danger, but you're going the wrong way and to turn around. Or are you gonna say, I don't believe that. Because right then, we're going to know whether you are wise or whether you are a fool. Right there. And anybody in the car with you, if they're based on your decision, right there, they're going to say, oh, I'm riding with a fool. If you say, man, I don't believe that, I'm not going to be long. So let's say, so what you're really trying to say is, you're going to keep going. So you think that somebody took the time to get up early one morning and decide, you know what? I just think for kicks and giggles that I'm going to go down to my nearest box store, Lowe's, Home Depot, somewhere. I'm a hustle and scrounge through some signs until I find a sign that I think is funny. And I'm going to take this sign, I'm going to go up and pay my good money for it. And then I'm going to purchase this sign. I'm going to get in my old truck. I'm going to go and, I got to go to the lumber department. I got to go get some wood. So I go to the lumber department. They say, what'd you like? I said, I need a post. They said, how tall you need it? Oh, I need a post to be about, give me about an 8-footer. Okay, there go your 8-foot post. Thank you, sir. Now I got my sign. Now I got my 8-foot post. I got to go home. I'm going to get a post hole digger. I got to get this post hole digger. I got to get some nails. And I got this post and I got my sign. I spent my money. And now I'm going to drive all the way down this road. I'm going to go down like 2 or 3 miles, 4 or 5 miles down this dirt road. And in the heat of the day, I'm going to go out with this post hole digger. And I'm going to dig a hole deep enough, maybe 3 or 4 feet deep. I'm going to put the post in the ground. Then I got to put the dirt back in the post, tamp it down so it'll be stiff and strong. Then I've got to nail this sign to that post to warn people, don't come down here because it's dangerous. And I did all of that because it's a joke. It ain't really dangerous. I just want to see it. So that's what you think. You Hebrews, listen to me, especially young people. Do you really think, let's just say the Moray, do you really think I would go through all of that for a joke? Get up out my comfortable bed, spend my good money, go to work in the heat of the day, digging holes and planting posts in the ground and nailing signs so that if somebody lose their way, I have a sign up there for kicks and giggles, telling them to turn around. If you think that's true, you're a fool. And if you think that ABBA YAH gave us the Holy Manuscript for the purpose of looking at it and going, I don't believe it. That wisdom is literally telling you, turn around. Matter of fact, the word there, shuv, well, I should say the root of the word that's used here is the word either shub, shin, vav, bet. And of course, the idea is to turn around, to make a decision, to turn. And really it means to turn back. And that's why I like this particular sign, because it means get off this road, turn back to where you started from. So what's happening here? Very, very simple. Very simple. Because the word ends in a bet, and the bet represents the house, then this proverb talking about a woman hollering at the king, the young prince about to be a king, and telling him to turn back to the house, literally could mean to turn back to your home training. Now, I'm not talking about the way you and I were trained at home in Zion. I have to keep saying that because much of our training was without the Torah. A lot of the training we got did not come from the Torah. But what wisdom is saying in these last days to us is to turn back to the house of Yah, turn back to the Torah, turn back to the righteous path, turn back to your true house, which is the house of Israel. Why? Danger. That's the word shuv. And in the next few minutes that I have, I want to share this. That wisdom will always make the choice, the choice clear. In other words, wisdom has a way of clarifying the right choice and the wrong choice. So it's not muddy. See, this is not no muddy message. Danger. Wrong way. Turn back. Look, that don't take no commentary. We don't have to go back and I gotta say, the original word of danger comes from words that says blah, blah, blah. No, how about this? Danger. Wrong way. Turn back. Okay, I think you got my point on that, but I want to say this. What wisdom does, and boy, this time goes by so fast. What wisdom does for us is that wisdom will always clarify the right choice and then promise the reward for that right choice. In other words, wisdom not only tells you what choice to make and which one is the right one, but wisdom also will show you what you will receive if you make the right choice. It'll be clear. You do this, you will get this. Whereas, and by doing that, I should say it like that, wisdom will also show you the wrong way, she'll show you which way is wrong, and also wisdom will show you what the consequences, the punishment, and the judgment is for choosing the wrong path. So wisdom says, shoot, turn around, turn back to the house of Yah. That's wisdom. So you're traveling in life and you're going a particular direction and you're getting ready to continue headlong into danger. then wisdom says, don't do that, don't go there. And then something inside of you says, I need to turn around. Yes, of course, big old sign. Says turn around. So then wisdom says, now if you turn around at my reproof, all right, what happens? Behold, I will pour out I see right now I'm not gonna make it. I will pour out my ruach unto you. I will make known my words unto you. All right, so I'll pick this up in the next video. For now, just know that every time wisdom tells you to turn and you obey wisdom and make the right choice by turning back to Torah, turning back to the family, turning back to the house of Israel, turning back to the house of Yahuwah. Whenever wisdom tells you to do that and you do it, there is a reward attached to that. And the first part of the reward is it enables you to hear Yah. Wait, huh? See, obedience on this level, as bold as it is, danger, wrong way, turn back. Obedience on this level will actually open your ears to hear the word of Yah on the next level. And then as you continue to obey Yah, your ears open more to hear his word on the next level and the next, until eventually you become a man or a woman of wisdom. You become a man or a woman of the book. Eventually, the struggle between the wrong path and the right path won't be so hard when you start choosing the right path. But you have to make the right decision. And obviously, you were put on a path that was not, you began down a path that may not have been the right path. So wisdom is saying, turn. He said, and if you turn, I'll make known my words to you. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop it right here. I hope this was encouraging. I hope somebody heard this and say, you know what, I need to stop. Oh, yes. You're heading down a road of wickedness, dysfunction against the Torah. You need to stop and turn. And it's not just for, well, it is for the sake of turning because it's for his name's sake. But it's also going to benefit you because Yah is getting ready to do something in your life in the way of what, and I'll have to use this English word. I really don't want to use it right now. But anyway, then by you turning around, it puts you in a position of being what most people believe as this word blessed. And I'll get more into that later because it's a very powerful word. That word blessed is not the English definition. There's a Hebraic word for blessed, and there's two major words for that. And he's saying, when you learn to listen to wisdom, and you learn on the very simple level like danger, wrong way, turn back, then you're going to begin to start walking in what is considered to be a blessed life or a righteous life or a righteous path. But it has to start somewhere, and it starts with you turning around on this level. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I have so much more to say, but I'm gonna cut this video short right here and preferably pick it up a little bit later. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.